Hello everyone! Okay, so I have my second video for Wild Whisper this month. I'm going to be working with the Feel the Beat collection, and I'm going to make some cool kind of photo strip type things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some stamping, and I'm going to work with some of these products here, and I have two photos of my youngest son, I don't know where I disappeared off to, banging on drums. So that's where we're headed for today's video. I'm going to start off by doing all of the stamping I need to do for my layout. I want to stamp this this large stamp set of the set of drums. What I'm going to do is I measured it out so that I'm stamping the drums directly in the middle of this sheet of paper. So this is just a sheet of white cardstock. It is 3 inches wide by 9 inches long. Yes, correct. So 9 by 3. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp my drum set. I stamped it a couple of times. Now I'm just cleaning up my MISTI and cleaning up my stamps. I clean up my MISTI and my stamps between every time I switch a stamp. But I just love my MISTI. Oh, anyway. So here are my two photos. They are of my son. He was at my cousin's house, and he loved to go downstairs and practice and play with their drums, mostly because Mom does not allow drums in her house. That's just too much noise. They make plenty of noise already. We don't need extra noise. But my kids are incredibly musically inclined. Both of them are, so they both have guitars. They both play guitars. My youngest can he can get his way around a piano too, so he wasn't playing the drums badly. They're just loud. So what I'm doing here is I'm adding foam tape to the bottom of all of my photos, and I'm going to pop up the two photos, one above the set of drums and one below, and that's going to give me almost like a film strip type of a feel, I thought, a photo strip. And then I'm going to go ahead and work on two. So I cut 2 sheets of paper 3 by 9 for this page. So here's the first one all finished. Now I'm going to grab the second one, and I'm going to grab my MISTI again, and we're going to stamp the other one almost just like a repeating pattern of paper. So I just took all of the small stamp sets, and I'm just repeating the patterns. Now, I did some of this using my MISTI, but now I'm coming in with a stamp block and my ink, and I'm just kind of filling in the design, different places where I think maybe we need just a little more stamping. Now I'm taking some fussy cut circles. This is from one of the patterns of paper, and I just actually have some scraps left over from the layout I did, I think, last month, using the pictures that I took of Hugh Grant. Hugh Jackman. If you haven't seen that layout and you like this collection, that is another great layout to check out, because I use that collection, but this same collection, but I made it bright and colorful, as opposed to this one, which is going to be primarily using the warm reds and the craft colors and things like that. So I really want to use this die cut with the lovely drum set. I want to make sure that I have that drum set at least 2 spots. But there is wording on the big bass drum, and I like the drum set, but I don't feel the need to have that repeating wording all over my layout. So I'm going to cover up that part of the die cut with this strips from the die cut pack that says Expressive Explosion. I think that's what it says. I'm sorry, my little thing that's telling me I'm recording is covering up the part where I put the die cut down, so I'm trying to remember from memory what they say. And I'm just going to cover up the bass drum, and that's going to also serve as my title. So I'm kind of fidgeting right now. I know that I have a little journaling I want to add, and a little bit of the date and everything, and so I kind of want to put it on this card. I like the card there, but I feel like, okay, so, truth. What really happened was I pulled out too many embellishments for an 8.5 by 11 layout. And so now I'm starting to have to make some tough decisions about what stays and what's going to go, and what's going to end up getting covered up and what isn't. And that happens. I flip between 8.5 by 11 and 12 by 12 all the time in sizes. And sometimes I just, when I'm planning out my pages, I think more is going to go on the layout than what actually is. I can't be the only one that does this. And so I probably pulled enough supplies for a 12 by 12 layout, but I was only working with 8.5 by 11. So I'm just trying to decide what I'm keeping, what I'm not keeping, what is staying, what can fit, what can't fit, those kinds of like things. So I know I'm starting with the things I know I want. I know I want that drum set. I know I want that card to add my journaling to. And I know, what am I doing? I'm moving this. I think I'm moving it. It does end up staying there. But I think, okay, so I'm just moving it down a little bit. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I know what this finished layout looks like. I know that at the end, that all those journal cards and the drum piece are right there. What is going on here? All right, so now there, it says explosive expression, yeah. That's going to act as my title, and I'm going to go ahead and put pop dots, foam squares in the back of it so that we can pop it up. I love how those two strips turned out, the one with the photos and then also the one that just has some embellishments and the stamping on it. I think they turned out really cool. I used a pattern paper from the collection for my background, but because I kept the colors that I chose quite neutral and soft, it's okay. The background paper isn't overwhelming the layout at all, and I think it looks really, really nice when it's all done. Okay, so now I have the main elements, the things I really want to add. Now, I really loved these little tickets that were part of the die cut pack, and I decided that I really wanted to use them on this layout because they just provided that like rocky kind of grungy look to them, as opposed to being a lot of the music notes. It kind of made it feel like, I don't know, like I just wanted that grungy feel. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So I'm just going to go through here. I'm going to pop dot the rock and roll feel. There we go. Right? Because he's playing drums, so I didn't want to add all these music notes and then you kind of get the impression like it's an orchestra or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I was thinking as I was doing this. So adding like the Loverboy little ticket and things like that, I thought helped with the story a little bit. Maybe, kind of. We're going to say good. Okay. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I have my journaling down, and then I decided I wanted a black outline around this journaling card just to give it a little bit of definition off the background. And I am umming to death today. I don't know why. I'm so sorry, guys. Hopefully, this isn't something that's going to continue throughout the week. In my defense, it is Monday morning, so there's that. All right. So I have my journaling, I have my outlining, and I'm going to take a look at this layout, and the only thing I'm going to add to it now is just my date stamp, and it's going to be done. If you haven't picked up this gorgeous collection yet, I highly recommend it if you have anything or anyone in your house musically inclined. Q3 releases are also up in the shop, and I will have an unboxing of the new products coming up this week. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye.